One thing I'm keeping an eye on is as temperatures drop below freezing later tonight, will we see some of that slush and water starting to harden back up a little bit, creating even more slush. So a trend to monitor because we're not done yet. Winter storm warnings from the National Weather Service last until 4 a.m. So even though the snow is winding down a little, we continue to see some impacts with that over the rest of the night for two reasons. One, we have additional snow showers on the way. It's getting a lot lighter in our backyard, but you can see that we have these bands of heavy snow still over Iowa. These spots have picked up about a foot of snow today. We're not going to get those high-end totals, but that additional round of heavier snow still has to track through over the rest of this evening. For right now, getting another little bit of a break. You can see how there's even some gaps in that radar imagery starting to pop up. So a little drying going on, maybe misty more so, or flurries more so than snow showers. So a bit of a break right now, but later this evening, expecting to see that snow pick back up again. You can see that reflected here on Future Track. A couple of these little breaks developing, but as we get closer to about 7:30, some of that heavier snow from Iowa still has to cross our path. So we're expecting to see additional snow accumulations out of this later this evening, late this evening. By about 9:30, 10 o'clock, you can see that snow starting to exit. We should be dry with snowfall by midnight. That said, still some lingering impacts with all of this. Thankfully, temperatures have been a little above freezing all throughout the course of the day. You heard from meteorologist John Juergens. That really helps that road salt. It helps the snow melt. So even though the snow amounts don't look all that impressive on things like lawns in our backyards and all that, once we drop below freezing, any snow that does come through additionally could stick a lot better. So later this evening, those conditions may not be the best to drive around in because of those below freezing temperatures. So we'll continue to have steady, light snow, occasionally heavy through about midnight. May see possibly a couple more inches, more of slushy snow than anything like we've seen throughout the day. Might not necessarily see it pile up that much because, again, it's melting as quickly as it comes down, but still additional accumulations possible. The big thing here, we've mentioned it a couple times in the broadcast, blowing and drifting snow could be a concern as those strong wind gusts pick up. Not quite seeing the worst of it yet in our backyard, but check out Monroe, Wisconsin, 40-mile-an-hour gusts there. May see those kind of impacts later on tonight as the winds start to pick up. That may linger into Wednesday morning. And now this is not the end of all of this. So we get a bit of a break during the day tomorrow. Tomorrow night may pick up about another inch to 2. Monitoring Friday for several more inches of snow and even stronger winds. And then comes the Arctic air, just kind of the icing on the cake here. 9 above for a high by Sunday, even colder into early next week. In your most accurate 10-day forecast, you probably won't see warmth for a while. Could be in the single digits to teens all throughout next week.